Have you ever felt invisible, like the world saw only your reflection, not your reality? That's how Elena Rossi felt every night at Leolita, the bustling Italian fusion restaurant nestled in the heart of Manhattan. At 26, she was just another waitress weaving through the rush, balancing trays, refilling glasses, smiling through exhaustion. Her blonde hair was tied back in a tight bun, her white apron crisp against her black uniform. To the guests, she was a blur, efficient, polite, forgettable. But beneath that calm surface, her mind raced with numbers, rent, medical bills, tuition. Ever since her father's death 3 years ago, she'd been holding her family together one shift at a time. Her mother's arthritis kept her in constant pain, and her younger brother's college fees came due faster than her tips could stack up. Elena sent home every extra dollar, dreaming of the day she wouldn't have to count them anymore. It was a Friday night, Leolita at full roar. Executives in tailored suits filled the booths, their laughter mingling with the clink of wine glasses and the hum of jazz. Elena moved between them like choreography, graceful, precise, invisible. At the corner VIP table sat Marcus Hale, a man who didn't blend in anywhere. The 52-year-old millionaire and founder of Hale Global Properties had the kind of confidence money breeds. Silver hair, sharp gray suit, voice that filled a room. Around him gathered his loyal team: Tom, the loud salesman; Lisa, the razor-smart finance head; and 2 other executives who laughed on cue. Marcus waved a thick cream envelope with gold seals. Straight from Dubai, he boomed, "This merger could lock in billions for us. But it's all in Arabic, and our translator's out sick." Tom smirked. "Can't we just use Google Translate?" Marcus chuckled. "For a deal this big? No way. One wrong word, and we lose everything. I need someone who knows the language inside and out." Lisa tilted her glass. "What about outsourcing? Call a service." "Too risky," Marcus said, tapping the envelope. "Sensitive information. Property lines. Cultural laws, all that. But hey, let's make it interesting. Whoever can translate this right here, right now gets my daily salary. 35 grand, cash." The table burst into laughter. "You're serious?" Tom said, nearly spilling his drink. $35,000? "Sure," Marcus replied, smirking. "If anyone here can read Arabic better than my last translator." Elena, pouring water at the next table, froze mid-pour. 35,000. Her brother's loan. Her mother's medical bills. The number hit like a thunderclap. Marcus's eyes landed on her. "Hey, what about the waitress?" he teased. "You look like you might know something foreign. Italian? Spanish? Maybe Arabic." Elena straightened, keeping her tone calm. "Can I get you anything else, sir?" He leaned forward. "Where are you from? That accent Italian." "My family's from Italy and Lebanon," she said softly. "But I was born here." Tom chuckled. "Lebanon? That's near Dubai, right? Close enough. Maybe she can give it a try." Laughter again. Lisa smirked. "Come on, Marcus. She's probably great at serving pasta, not reading contracts." Elena bit back a sigh. She'd heard worse. The uniform made her invisible, part of the background, not the conversation. None of them knew she freelanced online under the alias Polyglot Shadow, translating documents between Arabic, Italian, and English to scrape extra income. Marcus dangled the envelope in front of her. "I'm serious, sweetheart. Translate this, and the money's yours. But I doubt they teach this stuff in waitress school." Tom raised his glass. "Here's to miracles. Maybe the busboy is a secret genius, too." Elena collected their empty plates and said quietly, "Your appetizers will be right out." Her voice didn't tremble, but her heart did. Back in the kitchen, the noise of sizzling pans and shouted orders wrapped around her like armor. Her phone buzzed, her brother. "Deadline's Monday. If tuition's late, I'll have to drop out." She stared at the message, then slipped her phone away, jaw tight. By closing time, Marcus's group was still at it, tossing around half-baked ideas. "Call someone from accounting," Tom suggested. "He speaks Spanish." "That's close enough." More laughter. Elena served another round, her expression neutral. Marcus looked up. Still not tempted, Elena? 35 grand buys a lot of aprons. She smiled faintly. I'm fine, sir. As she walked away, Tom muttered, Bet she can't even read the menu in Arabic. They had no idea. Later that night, in her small apartment uptown, Elena sat at the kitchen table lit by a single lamp. Her mother slept in the next room, a bottle of pain medication half empty on the nightstand. Her brother's text glowed on the phone screen, guilt-heavy in every word. She powered up her old laptop and logged into her freelancer account. Her username flashed across the top, Polyglot Shadow. Anonymous. Safe. She thought back to the envelope on Marcus's table. The thick paper, the gold seals, the faint glimpse of Arabic text. Out of instinct more than daring, she had taken a discreet photo of the first page when clearing their table. Risky, but the words had already burned into her memory. She began typing, translating line by line. The document detailed a real estate deal. Clauses about land rights, construction limits, and cultural restrictions. Technical, but clear to her eyes. By midnight, she had several pages done, accurate and polished. She leaned back, rubbing her eyes. 35,000, she whispered, just for knowing what they can't see. The next day, she arrived early for her lunch shift. The envelope still sat on the VIP table, half forgotten. On impulse, she slipped a folded napkin underneath it. One paragraph of translation, written neatly by hand and signed Midnight Helper. That evening, Marcus and his team returned. Vanessa Klein, Hale's polished VP of International Affairs, swept in late. Traffic, she said, sliding into her chair. Her heels clicked like a metronome of control. As they spread out their papers, Vanessa spotted the napkin. What's this? She frowned, scanning the words. This is perfect. It fixes that weird line about cultural sites. Marcus grabbed it. Who wrote this? Lisa shrugged. Not me. Vanessa smiled coolly. Actually, I worked on that last night. Must have left it here by accident. Marcus grinned. Nice work. Keep that up and you'll earn that bonus. From across the room, Elena refilled water glasses, her face unreadable. Her translation, her words, were being praised under another woman's name. But she said nothing. That night, she worked again from memory. The deeper she translated, the uglier it got. Clauses buried in fine print would allow entire neighborhoods to be demolished for profit. Families forced out for luxury towers. It hit too close to home. Hale Global had crushed her father's small import business years ago through shady buyouts. He died still trying to recover. Elena couldn't stay silent. On Sunday, she left another note, tucked into the edge of the envelope, a corrected translation of the financial terms. Again signed Midnight Helper. By evening, Vanessa found it, smirked, and deleted the signature before presenting it as her own. Another breakthrough, she bragged. Marcus clapped her shoulder. Brilliant. Keep it up. But suspicion started to stir. These notes, Vanessa whispered to Marcus later. Someone's watching. Probably a leak. Marcus frowned. Install cameras in the VIP section. Quietly. By Monday morning, tiny lenses glimmer in the lights above the tables, unseen by staff. That evening, Elena left one final note. This time it exposed the unethical clause about forced displacement. As she walked away, one of the hidden cameras caught her back. The ponytail, the uniform, the name tag. Later that night, Vanessa watched the footage. There, she said, pointing. The waitress. Elena Rossi. She's the one leaving them. Marcus frowned. The immigrant girl? Why is she interfering? Could be a competitor spy, Vanessa said smoothly. Or just nosy. Either way, she's done. The next day, Vanessa cornered Elena near the kitchen. Her smile was sharp as glass. I know it's you, she said quietly. Those notes? Cute, but this is executive-level business. Elena blinked. Notes? I just serve food. Vanessa's smirk widened. Security found this in her locker. She held up a silver fountain pen, engraved with tiny Italian letters. Looks expensive. Maybe a recording device. That's mine, Elena said, her voice tight. It's my grandfather's. Not until I'm done checking it, Vanessa replied, pocketing it. Keep your hands clean, Rossi, or you're gone. Elena turned away, fists trembling. Losing that pen felt like losing her family all over again. But she wasn't giving up. Not yet. That night, the city lights outside Elena's window shimmered like distant promises she couldn't reach. Her laptop glowed softly on the small kitchen table as she worked into the early hours. Without her grandfather's pen, her fingers felt empty, but determination filled the space where fear used to live. The more she translated, the clearer it became. Vanessa had been changing key details. In her cleaned-up version, Vanessa had removed sections warning against unethical displacement, hiding the risk of lawsuits. If signed as it was, the contract would devastate families in Dubai and leave Hale global-wide open to scandal. Elena sat back, breathing hard. She couldn't just fix a translation. She had to expose a lie. On Tuesday, between lunch rushes, she slipped quietly into the coat room. Vanessa's sleek leather bag sat on a hook, her tablet sticking halfway out. Elena hesitated. This wasn't who she was. But then she remembered her mother's pain, her brother's message, the look on her father's face in the old photo by the fridge. She opened the tablet. Emails popped up instantly. Remove the displacement section. Makes it sound cleaner. Boss doesn't need to know the ethics part, just the numbers. Elena's stomach twisted. She took photos quickly and slipped the tablet back just as footsteps approached. Vanessa appeared in the doorway, arms crossed. What are you doing back here? Just hanging coats, Elena said, forcing a calm smile. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. Stay out of things that don't concern you, or I'll make sure your family regrets it. I know your situation. Sick mother, broke brother. People like you are easy to ruin. Elena froze, anger simmering just beneath her skin. Then you better be sure you're not the one being watched. She walked past her, heart pounding, mind racing. That night, she couldn't sleep. The final meeting was tomorrow, the moment Marcus would finalize the Dubai merger. One wrong move and Vanessa would win, taking Elena's words and twisting them into lies. But if Elena stayed silent, innocent people would lose their homes. She had one chance. Wednesday night arrived, heavy with rain and nerves. Leelida glowed golden through its wide windows, the hum of conversation echoing off the wood and marble. Elena adjusted her apron in the mirror, tying it tighter than usual. Her phone was hidden in her pocket, the photo secure. She had rehearsed what she'd say 100 times on the subway. When Marcus and his team arrived, the mood was sharp, urgent. Tonight's the night, Marcus said. We close this or Dubai walks. Tom cracked a joke. Lisa checked her phone. Vanessa smiled like a cat with cream. Elena approached quietly with the appetizers. Her hands didn't shake this time. She placed each plate down carefully, catching snippets of their conversation. Vanessa opened her folder. Here's the final version, she said smoothly. All ready for signatures. Marcus flipped through. Looks solid. No major red flags. None, Vanessa replied. I've simplified a few lines, but the meaning's the same. Elena's heart raced. She recognized the page she'd translated. Paragraph 4, the one Vanessa had, simplified. The Arabic phrase on that page didn't mean community investment like Vanessa had written. It meant community preservation. Marcus squinted at the page, frowning. What's this line? Regional protection clauses. What does that mean exactly? Vanessa waved a hand. Just legal filler. I rephrased it. Elena couldn't stay quiet anymore. She placed the water jug down and said softly, It's not filler, sir. It's about protecting residential families from being displaced. The table went still. Marcus looked up slowly. What did you say? Vanessa's voice turned sharp. Ignore her, Marcus. She's just a waitress. But Elena stood her ground. No, I'm not. That clause forbids demolishing homes near cultural landmarks. If you sign this version, you'll violate Dubai's housing code. Tom blinked. Wait, she's serious? Elena nodded. The original text reads, Iltizam by the Bat Almujtama, commitment to community stability. It doesn't mean investment. It means preservation. Marcus stared. You speak Arabic? And Italian and French, Elena said, her voice steady now. I freelance as a translator. I know what I'm talking about. Prove it, Marcus said, sliding a random page toward her. Elena read a line aloud, translated it instantly, and explained what it meant in business terms. Lisa checked on her phone translator. The words matched exactly. Vanessa's mask cracked. This is ridiculous. She's making it up. But Elena was already pulling out her phone. Then explain this. She showed the photos of Vanessa's emails, the ones admitting she deleted sections and manipulated the text. Marcus's jaw tightened as he scrolled. Vanessa? It's not what it looks like, she sputtered. I was just clarifying. Clarifying? Marcus slammed the papers shut. You were lying. You almost cost us an international deal and a PR nightmare. Security was called. Vanessa's face drained of color as she was escorted out. You will regret this, she shouted, her heels echoing down the hallway. Marcus turned to Elena, still reeling. You were the one leaving the notes, weren't you? The midnight helper. She hesitated, then nodded. I could watch something wrong happen. He leaned back, exhaling. You saved us. The offer still stands. $35,000 and a hell of a lot of gratitude. Elena blinked. I don't want charity, sir. I just want you to know the truth. The deal can still go through if you fix the ethical clauses. Marcus studied her for a moment, then smiled faintly. You've got guts, Rossi. Let's make that call. Minutes later, a live video link connected them with the Dubai investors. Serious men in crisp suits appeared on the screen. Marcus introduced Elena. She found translation errors we didn't catch. I'd like her to explain. Elena stepped forward. Her voice was calm, fluent, confident. She switched effortlessly into Arabic, detailing the corrections with respect and precision. When she finished, silence filled the call. Then one of the partners nodded. Impressive. She understands both the language and the culture. We agree to the deal on her terms, and we suggest you remain as your cultural advisor. Marcus smiled. Then it's settled. The meeting ended with applause. Marcus turned back to Elena, pulling out a signed check. $35,000 as promised. And if you're open to it, how would you like to join Hale Global officially? Full-time, cultural advisor, starting salary 6 figures. Elena's breath caught. Are you serious? Dead serious, he said, handing her something else. Her silver fountain pen. Vanessa left this behind. I believe it's yours. Elena took it gently, her throat tight. Thank you, sir. 6 months later, the skyline outside her new office gleamed brighter than ever. Elena sat at her own desk in Hale Global Properties, sunlight streaming through the glass. No uniform now, just tailored business wear, and the quiet pride of a woman who'd earned her place. The Dubai project had become one of the company's biggest successes, celebrated for its ethical framework and cultural respect. Elena's framework. She led a small team, mentoring interns and reviewing international contracts. At home, her mother walked with less pain now, her medication finally covered by Elena's insurance. Her brother had graduated debt-free, hugging her at the ceremony. You saved me, sis. Over dinner in their new apartment, her mother smiled softly. Your father will be so proud. Elena glanced at the silver pen lying beside her plate, the same one that had started it all. Maybe he helped me a little, she said. Back at work, Marcus often introduced her to partners with a grin. Meet Elena Rossi, our cultural conscience, and the reason we're still in business. Elena would just smile, humble but steady. She knew what it meant to be underestimated, to be invisible, but she also knew now that being unseen never meant being powerless. One quiet evening, after closing a new deal with another international partner, she twirled her silver pen between her fingers, gazing out over the glittering city. She wasn't just a waitress anymore. She was a woman who changed everything, because she dared to speak when no one else would. Sparkle's moral. Sometimes the quietest voice in a room carries the loudest truth.